Good evening, Bump to Bundlers. It has been a while, and I recently saw a news story that really concerned me. I wanted to address it because a little bit of it is aware that that does happen, because it definitely does happen. But what is being shown in the video is not qualifying as full-blown shaken baby syndrome. The baby had no health defects or negative repercussions from this video. Also, disclaimer, I have no idea who this nurse is. I don't know if she is an absolutely wonderful nurse that knows babies' personalities right off the bat and knew that this baby just required more movement and did have ill intentions. So I don't know her. I don't know the company that she works for. But first, let's address what shaken baby syndrome is. Shaken baby syndrome is when you shake a baby so hard because they do not have control of a lot of things like we do as adults. Their brain becomes swollen. You can break bones. Obviously, with a swollen brain, the damage done to these babies is a wide variety. You have babies that will die from this, and you have babies that will suffer at the hands of people that do this to them, but we will never know. Regardless, it's abuse. Number two, lots of moms, lots of people that do not have babies and are not moms yet don't understand why we talk about this. And it's not because I think you are a bad person or I'm concerned that you're going to hurt your child. It's because you just had a baby and your hormones are absolutely wild and you are so tired. And then you have a baby that completely relies on you and your, support person, whoever that may be. And it is exhausting. And in those times, we do things that we would have never fathomed we would do. Sometimes it's ordering 300 Amazon packages in the middle of the night when you're up all night, and sometimes it is displayed in ways of violence. Another disclaimer here, if you ever feel like that, please, please, please seek help. It is okay to lay that baby down in their bed and walk away. Letting them cry because you need to compose yourself is not going to harm them. I just want to say that. So that is what shaken baby syndrome is. It is anything that causes swelling to the brain or damage to the baby's body intentionally. Every case that I have seen, I'm not saying that all are, but every case that I have seen has been inflicted on a baby out of ill intent. Whether that be moms that desperately needed extra help, or parents, caregivers, etc. that were violent, that had mental illness. There's a whole wide variety of what happens. So this video shows a night nurse. I know the parents hired a night nurse via a night nurse company. And here's what I want to say about that. There are truly, truly times where we are at our wits' end and we need help. And I hate that we live in a culture that whether it be on the mom and dad side or the grandparent side or the cousin side, we don't have people and we don't have a village around us to ask for help. And I wish that we all did, because I don't think night nurse companies should first people we call when we need a break. I think, it should naturally be our families or our communities. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in, and I am not naive to think that we do. I do think if you have a medically complex babies, these companies can be really good. Anxious moms of just like, hey, this is normal, but this isn't normal. Because no matter how big your village is, if they've never had a medically complex child, they just don't know. And so there is a time that I think these companies benefit new parents. I don't think it's on a regular basis, though. The same theory as why lots of hospitals are what are now called baby friendly, which it just means the baby and the mother are meant to be together. Obviously, we don't live in a perfect world, so I understand this can't always happen. It is better for the baby and it is better for the mother to be together as much as possible. Any company that doesn't push for that, any company that doesn't reiterate that and let mom know that she is enough for this baby, but there are times where we do need help, we do need to sleep, but she is enough for this baby, and giving her the tools to feel that confidence, I'm just not sure about. So this video shows a nurse, I call it rocking this baby or swaying with the baby in what looks like the middle of the night, and the baby is inconsolable. This baby sounds like a newborn. I'm not exactly sure of the baby's age, but it does sound like a newborn. Just very inconsolable. And if you've had a newborn, you know newborns have personalities, and some are super chill the second they come out and are just here to do whatever, and others are inconsolable sometimes. They, they're just hard to soothe. And so what I hope is that this nurse knew this baby well enough to know, hey, this baby requires a lot of movement to be soothed. Do I think she was a little aggressive with it? Yes. Do I think she was shaking the baby with ill intent? It does not look like that to me. Now, these parents ended up going after the company and asking for their money back. And before I thought anything at all, I was like, you know what? Maybe this mom was just needing a night to sleep and regain some, sleep, to heal. I don't know. Maybe she was sick. I have no idea. But then I realized that they asked for over $11,000 back from the company. So it sounds like they were using them on a regular basis, which again, I don't love it. So you can judge me as you will, and that's okay. I think they have a time and a place again, but I just not on a regular basis. So let's do something that I don't hear a lot of people doing because it's obviously hard. Let's take this from the newborn's perspective, okay? So let's say this baby's 2 weeks old. I don't know if this baby's breastfed. I don't know if this baby's formula fed, but this baby isn't in the room with its mother as far as I can see. This baby is swaddled, which is good for them. This baby is away from everything this baby has known for 9 months. The smell of their mother, the sound of her body, her heartbeat, her blood flow, all of those things. And it looks to be that this baby is hard to soothe. So as a nurse, my first line of defense for a baby that is hard to soothe is placing them with their mother. I am not blaming this mom, but I do want us to check ourselves before we blame this nurse for something absolutely catastrophic and absolutely horrible, and giving this company a bad name. Again, I think these companies have a time and a place. I just don't think it's for consistent use. Anyways, take this as you will, but please know, claiming someone shook their baby is a very, very big allegation. But also, when your baby is inconsolable, or if it's not your baby and you're washing someone's baby, take it from the baby's point of view. We just asked them to do a whole lot, and now we've taken them away from the person that is their comfort. Especially if they're breastfeeding, they also get soothed sometimes quicker when they're with mom. So take it as you will, but again, if you're struggling and you are having thoughts of harming yourself or harming your baby, please please reach out to your provider or support person or anyone and let them know what's going on. If they are to give you pushback, I need you to find another provider and I need you to tell them what's going on. The best providers for you are trusted providers. And I want moms to trust their provider and be able to reach out to people when these things are hard, whether it be thoughts of harming yourself or your baby, or even just struggling with sleep deprivation. That is really, really hard. So, grace all around. Obviously, being aggressive with a baby is never, ever acceptable. But I just want us to remember there's probably more to this story. And as a nurse, my heart just was like, ooh, I don't know if I can get behind just slamming all of the people that are involved in this video. Again, thought she was a little aggressive for sure. So take it as you will. Have a great week and drop some conversation starters below. I would love to start making videos on topics that aren't talked about a lot and are happening a lot.